So my friends, so in simplicity, all right, build active income first, then eventually build passive income. Is it okay? You like the idea? Like the idea, please put 1 if you agree with me. Okay, we first focus on building active income, all right, 6-figure income within 3 years or less, all right, for life. Then from there, you save 30 to 50% of your income. You learn to save and invest. And with that, you buy properties, you buy your REITs, you buy your unit trust, you buy your ILP, you buy your stocks. You know, over time, you will build your wealth and you'll be a millionaire. Okay? So that's the general direction. This is a long-term plan. Okay. Next, let's talk about the midterm plan. Midterm plan. Now, let's come back to this midterm plan. Okay? I'll tell you the short-term plan later. Okay? Midterm plan. All right. So my friends, in this world, there are two kinds of people, okay? Let me talk about success first. I'll focus on the word success first, okay? All of us have different definition of success. But in general, okay, there's this thing called a Pareto principle. Pareto, is that right spelling? Pareto principle. My friends, have you heard of this principle? Any one of you? What is this principle about? What is this principle about? Thank you. Stanley had just, and Lim had just said, I don't know whether to call you Lim or call you Bojun. Bojun, right? Yeah, it's the 80-20 rule. Yeah, right. 80-20 rule. So, so my question to all of you is, do you want to be the top 20% or bottom 80%? Okay, let me show this to all of you. Now, the first thing first is that I told you, right, you have to start with your decision. Your decision. Now, I started off with my mom not owning a home. She still doesn't own a home. And we've been having a very nomadic childhood. I had a very nomadic childhood. I stayed in Ang Mo Kio, Balestier, Bedok, Bukit Batok, Cantonment, ABC start with C first. Yeah. So I stayed in many places, Woodlands, Admiralty, Yishun, you name it, because we had to move every 1-2 years, right? Because my mom was renting a small room and we stayed all together in one room. So we were poor, we were at the bottom 40 percentile of the society. Right? My mom wasn't educated. But I make it a point, I want to eventually be minimum the top 5 percentile and eventually be the elite 1 percentile. So insurance business allow me to get out of poverty to at least to the middle class and the top 20 percentile. Okay, so how much is the top 20 percentile? Okay, take note. If you net 120,000 income a year, net, okay, that means for employee, they declare income 120,000 a year. For self-employed like yourself, you probably got to earn around 180K a year. You net 120,000. That will mean that you are the top 20% income earner in Singapore. So where do you find the source? You go to salary.sg. Salary.sg. You can find out how much, what's the percentile you're at in terms of your income earning ability. Okay. So my desire for myself, my desire for all the people I work with, is to be the top 20 percentile. Okay, whether they want to get there or not is up to them. But my desire to help as many people to get there as possible. Because life is better there. Trust me, life is a lot better there. The air is fresher at the top. Okay, less people. All right, yeah. So my friends, people who are the top 1 percentile, they don't look at income. They only focus on building assets. Okay, these are all your multi-millionaire. So if you're top 20 percentile, you're a strong income earner. You'll also be minimum a millionaire lah. Okay, got the idea? So first thing first, you gotta decide where you want to be. Okay, so now look over here. Now, so let's focus on this thing, right? Bottom 80%, top 20%. How are they different? This has got nothing to do with referrals, by the way, but it's everything to do with your life. So I should charge more for this. Joking only, right? So the bottom 80%, how the difference is this? These people work, exchange time for money, right? The top 20% also exchange time for money, right? What's the difference? What's the difference? I share with you. This group of people focus on one thing. They work for income. Okay? Meaning to say, example, the poor. Alright, example, Grab drivers. Right? They sell time for money. The poor focus on day-to-day income to just survive. That's why they're forever in the survival mode. Huh? Now the next thing, then you got the middle income, middle class. Okay, the middle class focus on what? Focus on exchanging time for income, for security and comfort, for stability and comfort. So all their life they only focus on being stable, okay? Feel secure, comfortable. That's what they work for. Then you got a high income earner. The high income owner also work very hard in exchanging their time for money, and the focus on what? Lifestyle and luxury. Make sense? Make sense? So what's the something common among all these three people, right? Is this thing called time. They use time to make money. So what happened is when they lost their ability to make money. For example, their skill set are no longer relevant to the current economy. They got disrupted by tech company, by automation, by AI, right? They lost their ability to make income, or they lost their time. They're unable to work because they're sick, they feel stressed, they're unable to work. What happened? Once they lose their time, they lose their income, they lose everything. They lose all the lifestyle. That is the path of the average people. And that includes my parents. That includes many of your parents. Alright, if your parents are well-to-do, you have a good start. Right? Fortunate for you. But many people, this should have been taught in school. This should have been taught by parents to their children. Yet this truth is not commonly known. That's why I feel that it's my duty as a senior in life. I'm 45 this year. I'm going 46. Goodness, white hair coming out already. White hair better than no hair. Okay, yeah. So anyway, yeah. So, I feel that as a senior in the financial planning industry, even though I retired, I get to retire from this business. I feel that I have the duty to lead as many of you as possible. Okay, but I hope that it's not boring you. Any of you feeling bored so far? You all like what I'm sharing so far or not? Talk to you about the top 20%. You all like what I'm sharing? Please put 1, okay? If you like what I'm sharing so far, if I'm making sense to you, I'm not talking about referral yet. I'll talk about referral later, okay? After the break. You all learning something from this important to your life, to your success, to your future, okay? Yeah, Ken? Yeah. Oh, Che asked, I'm 45. Yeah, I'm 46. Good this year, yes. Okay, Ken, so far so good. Let's move on, okay? Because you don't know the advantage you have compared to most people out there. The advantage you have even compared to the employees in AIA, you do have the advantage. I want to share that with you, okay? Yeah. If any employee in the company decide to become self-employed, that's not my fault, okay? Anyway, it's salvation, okay? So, yeah, some people want me to do recruitment for them. Anyway, so let's move on. So, you want to be a top 20%, right? What's the difference? On the surface, it looks like they're doing the same thing. But in reality, this group of people, they're building assets. That's the difference. The focus is on building assets, not just income. That's the difference, okay? So my friends, what are assets to you? What are assets to you? All right, let me write this down, okay? Number 1, your database, your followers are your assets. Can somebody type this out, please? Assets, okay? Database followers equal to future business. Equals to future business. The bigger your database, the easier your business will be in the future. Okay? The second thing, right, is called clientele. Listen carefully. What you want is lifetime clientele, not transacted customer. Transacted customers only buy once. Buy once. Alright? Clientele buy repeatedly for a long period of time, ideally forever. So you want to focus on building lifetime clients, not short-term transaction. Many cold prospecting methods taught out there, roadshow, door-to-door knocking, cold calling, they are often focused on products. They results in transaction. They are not designed to build a client-advisor relationship. Okay, so you want to ideally learn from my method and build lifetime clientele right on the onset. Okay, because those guys who do cold methods, they still got to figure out a way how to re-engage their customer and polo-so them, convince them, to become a lifetime client with repeat business. Okay, some successfully do it, but many people fail to do it. Okay, how do I know? How do you know? Okay, some of you are senior in the business, right? Like Stanley, etc. So you know that. How do you know you have a lifetime client, not short-term transacted customer? How do you know, right? Very simple one. Typically, an agent will call their client using a script that sounds something like this. Hello, hey, Mr. Client, how are you? Long time no see. How's things? Oh yeah, by the way, chit chat a bit. Hey, by the way, it's been 1-2 years since we last met. Mr. Client, it's time for a what? A what? Everybody, a time for type this out. A policy what? What's the word they use? Stanley, any one of you who are in the senior? Terrence, review. Hey, you're from the same agency. How come use the same script one? Everybody use the word review. No, wow, tolong. I went to Hong Kong, I went to Malaysia, Indonesia, Philippines. Everybody use the word review. No. Hey, for goodness sake, after attending my class, don't ever use this word anymore. No, this is a 超生 word. No, busuk already. No, to prove to you why this word is smelly, let me tell you this. Okay, now, you are a good person, okay? Nothing, no doubt about it. When you call your clients, right? When you say, Mr. Client, let's meet up for the review. Okay, what is the likely response? Stanley, or those of you who are senior in the business, what's the likely response? Chances are you say, I'm not looking at buying anything this year. If I need anything, I call you. Anything, I let you know. Familiar? Familiar, not familiar? No need. Familiar, not familiar? Familiar, please put 1. Whatever I say makes sense or not. When you call them, let's meet up for a review. They tell you, no need. If I need anything, I'll let you know. Alright? If you agree with me, please put 1. Busy. No time. It's not no time, my friend. It's called no priority. Agree, right? So what I'm saying is real. So when your clients respond that way to you, it's telling me one thing. You have established a transactional relationship, not a client-advisor relationship. Ta-da! Aha moment. Right? So my friends, it's not about working harder. It's about not working smarter, no. It's about working right. Okay, it's very important that your direction right. Okay, I'm focusing on your direction in the first half of this session. If your goal is over there, you want more time, you want more money, you want better lifestyle, but in the wrong direction, the harder you work, guess what? The busier you become, the poorer you are, no. The further you get away from your goal. So always get your direction and your bearing right first before you work hard. Am I making sense? Okay, cool? I know it sounds unconventional compared to traditional sales management, alright, but if you are open-minded to it, you realize what I say makes sense to you. If you think makes sense, you can type makes sense, okay? Right, get your bearing direction right first, then you work hard. Okay, don't LLL. What's called LLL? 乱来. Okay, yeah, don't LLL. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, next thing. Thanks, Paul, Alex, for acknowledging. So the third thing you want to build, my friends, okay, the third thing you want to build is what? Is called a team. Why? All right, the quality of a business is determined by the quality of the talent in the business. So many of you, if you're happy as a one-man show, using your own time to make money, fine. But eventually, all right, if you want to have people at work, you want to have freedom, you want to have more time, you need to have people at work, you need to have system at work. People, can somebody type this out? People at work, system at work. And as you move along, what you want to do is to build your personal brand. Personal brand. Okay? Can somebody type this out? People at work, system at work, brand at work. Okay? If you want to have time, thank you, Stanley, for typing out. If you want to have time, you want to have freedom, you want to have people at work, system at work, and ideally your brand at work. Okay? The difference between working for a bank and working for insurance business is this. Thank you, Rena. Consumer work with a banker because of the bank. Because of the bank's brand, whether it's Morgan Stanley, Citibank, Credit Suisse, and you name it. Got it? But people work with insurance company because of the advisor. Agree or disagree? Agree, can put 1 or put A lah. Okay? Understand? No? So which is why it's important for you to put your personal brand, have your personal follower. AIA is responsible for AIA's brand. You are responsible for your personal reputation, your personal brand. Okay? So my friends, conclusion, okay? Conclusion. Now, my friends, after looking at this, right, how many of you still want to work for income? Or rather, would you rather focus on building assets, which can give you eventually passive income? Where's my red marker? It's missing. Yeah. Right. So my friends, who want to focus on working for income, please put 2. Who want to work for asset, please put 1. Let's go. Very quickly, 30 seconds. Work for income, please put 2. Work for asset, please put 1. Making sense, Farah want 2 and 1. He want income as well as asset. Okay, you decide, because your decision will determine your destination. Your decision will determine your destination. Okay, so my friend, the purpose of building asset is so that you can have cash flow. Okay, so my friends, so let me zoom down to one thing. Let me focus on showing you your first business asset.